What is up, FIFA Governors? Thank you for tuning in. Let's start this episode. If you're new on this corners, you know how it goes. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, do let me know in the comment section below if you're enjoying your FIFA experience at the moment. Boys, today eSports has gone ahead and released two players. We're going to do a 2-for-1 in this episode. We're not going to dive into the players, their path, where they've played in the past, because we have a lot to talk about really quickly here. So the first one is Marcos Acuna. Of course, a great player in the FIFA esports community specifically, and in the real life as well. The card is looking really good. 5'8", high work rates, left-footed, 3-star skill, 3-star weak foot. That's very, very good. And when we compare that to Memphis Depay, even though they play in completely different positions, he is 5'9", a little bit taller, high-low, which is really good for a forward. He is 5-star skill, 3-star weak foot. Now, looking at very quickly what you will need to complete these cards very quickly before we jump into the rest. Acuna is a little bit more expensive. He requires an 82 overall with one team of the week. He also requires an Argentinian player for the second panel, 83 overall, 85 and higher, one of those. And then finally, a Liga Santander, one of those players, 185 or higher and an 84 overall to wrap up that last panel. And Memphis Depay only requires 2 panels. That tells you eSports thinks Messi's going to give us a masterclass and they're going to go through again. But anyways, he requires one team of the week, an 84 overall for the first panel. The second panel is a Liga Santander player, 186 or higher, and then it's an 85 overall. Now, starting very quickly with Acuna, let's move into the alternative positions. He can play as a left wing back, he can play as a left mid. That's fantastic, giving you a little bit more versatility. Moving on to the player attributes, he has very decent pace, right? Everything is above 83, and that's very good, right? If you would to put, let's say an anchor, a shadow, an engine on a card like this, you would really boost the pace, the acceleration, and the sprint speed very similarly, which is a good thing as well. The shooting on this card is very decent. I really see Acuna playing as either a midfielder. You could play him as a box-to-box because of that high work rates, and everybody knows that. He has very good shooting. He has very good passing, very good dribbling. You could also play him as a left back. I introduced in my last stream the concept. I didn't introduce it. It exists, but I introduced it on the channel. The concept of the fullback, the inverted fullback. This guy is a great description of somebody who can play as an inverted fullback. It's a setting that you can change while only customizing your tactics. He could do that, and what that means is that he will transition from the left back position when you're attacking into the midfield, freeing a little bit that midfield, one of your midfielders to move a little bit forward and become a little bit more numerous in the attack, right? So he leaves the left back, moves into the CM, frees up one of your midfielders so that midfielder can become a striker, another attacker, or a winger, whatever you deem fit. The passing on this card, moving on back again here, is very good. 83 vision, 85, short pass 79, long pass, that's fantastic. Now, looking at the dribbling, we'll do that in just a few seconds. The dribbling, actually, let's look at it right now. The dribbling is really good on a card like this. Let's move on to him. He is unique body type. Sorry, he is stocky. Depay is unique body type. He is stocky, and when we look at his dribbling stats, those dribbling stats are really good. 84, 91, 85, 89. 88 dribbling and 88 composure. He is controlled as well. Explosive, you could go with an artist. Yes, why not? What would the artist do? The artist would boost the pace, boost the dribbling. I would prefer something else. Really, I would prefer something depending on if he's the more offensive-oriented player. You could put a finisher. You could put a hunter, right? Understanding that the dribbling is already pretty good. A hunter allowing him to be rapid across the pitch. You could put an engine if you'd like. That would boost the dribbling a little bit more, the pass and the pace as well. And those are really, really good alternatives. Anyways, he'll either be control or explosive. Now, coming back to the screen we have here, his defending is also sensational. Very, very good for a player who is 5'8", and the physicality as well. He'll play the entire game. That's fantastic. Now, flair, long pass taker, outside the foot, a shot taker as well. That is fantastic. Moving on to Memphis Depay, 5'9", a little bit taller there, high-low work rates. That's fantastic. 5-star skill, 3-star weak foot. Those 5-star skill, 3-star weak foot is very reminiscent of a player like Odegaard, even though they play in different positions, similar heights, and high-low as well. That's very good. He can play as a striker. He can play as a left winger. He can also play as a cam. Looking at the player attributes, I like this card. I like the way he's formatted, and we know that Memphis Depay is a unique player. He has a unique body type, so he's gonna feel very good in game. It's just, I will say, it's just that he's not as. There's other options on the market right now, especially with that 3-star weak foot. You will feel it. I use players like Nunez from Liverpool, who have 3-star weak foot, and that's a big issue, right? High, low, 3-star weak foot, that means that I cannot bring him back to defend, right? If he was high, for example, with 3-star weak foot, I could use the fact that he's not the most clinical with his other foot in front of the goal to have another striker like Richarlison up top and have Memphis Depay be that link between the attack, the midfield, and the defense. So come back on defense. But you can't do that with a player like this, right? He has very good dribbling still, very good passing, 88 vision, 84 short pass, crossing is decent as well. So that's why he can play on the wings. Shooting is very decent as well. Moving on really quickly to Footbin again here. Let's look at the chem styles we can put on him very quickly. So like I was saying, he is unique body type that you can see right there. He is going to be controlled and lengthy. I don't know why he gets lengthy, but he does get lengthy. Again, you can put a finisher that looks pretty crazy. You can put a hunter that looks even more crazy if you're going to use him as a pure striker. There's lots of options as to what you can put. It'll either be lengthy or control. Now, coming back, actually, before we come back, let me just show you really quickly some other quick mentions before we wrap this episode up. If you completed Fernando Torres, you can add Fernando Torres right there. Really great link with Depay. If you have Danjuma instead that you completed at the start of the year, that's a really good link as well. If you wanted to pick up a player like Christensen out of the swaps, you could do that as well. Not the craziest center back, I would say, because of his height and his body type. If you have a player like Kessié who can be in the midfield, that would be a great link with Memphis Depay. Now, if you wanted to pick up this gold card of Bunu, an absolute mad lad of a goalkeeper who just won Morocco the next stage, really. He stopped every single ball from the Spanish players and really a sensational player. You could add him right there as well to give him full chemistry. And then you have Rafinha as well. Boys, honestly, there are lots of options as to what you can do. These two players are not, to me, the craziest duo. I would say that Marcos Acuna is the more interesting one for me because of his versatility and what he offers from a left back to CM and all that good stuff. But let me know in the comment section below if you enjoyed this review. This was your FIFA commenter. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's reach 170 subscribers before the end of the week. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll catch you for another review on the channel. Peace out!